Hey everyone, Cassie here with Kenra Professional. I'm here with my model Convalia today. We are gonna do a really quick, easy, simple face frame highlight that you can use right away behind the chair. So first of all, when I'm deciding where I wanna place my foil pattern, my first starting point is going to be finding a middle part for her. And what I'm looking for is her fringe compartment. Like, where is her hair naturally gonna fall forward so that when we style it, that she's gonna get the most impact framing her face in this partial sectioning, right? So first and foremost, I'm just gonna comb this back and get an idea right there of a middle part. This is just gonna give me my starting point. And then what I like to do is I'll place my comb flat on top of the head like this. What I'm looking for is that high point. So where that comb is naturally balancing and where the comb leaves the head, that's gonna be the highest point of her head. That means that is going to give me the most direction forward. This hair will always fall in the same direction. It's good to think of the head shape even when you're considering placement for color, because this gives me a really strong indication of where the hair will naturally always lay. So I'm gonna take a section from my high point and all the way to the front hairline at the parietal ridge on either side, creating a triangle sectioning for her fringe compartment. So now I'm just gonna secure this section out of the way. This will be the last compartment I work in, and I'm gonna work around the sides too, because again, this is a face framing partial. She's got quite a bit of hair, a little thicker than it looks kind of initially, but she's got quite a bit of hair. So taking about an inch section here. So I have enough strength to actually really impact the look when she's really styling it. I'm not going beyond the ear, but this will give me enough space to work about 3 or 4 foils in. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Taking this section, I'm going to take a look at the hairline. She's got a few pieces that already kind of stick out. I'm gonna kind of work in that area and then take just a few more sections, just really soft off the hairline like that. That's what I'm gonna foil first. Taking those sections, very fine, just almost like a baby light right there at the hairline. Place my foil against the head. I like to do this because it can gauge how much foil I have left. So I can really get like specific. If I want a longer section, I can go here. If I need less or more control, I can go here. I'm using today our Simply Blonde Blue Powder Lightener with 20 volume and a 1:2 mixing ratio. And the reason I'm doing the 20 volume is because I am just doing a partial highlight, right? So I do want to have some impact, but the whole point of this is to do something quick and impactful. Next section, I'm gonna take a fine slice, about a 1/4 of an inch section. Once again, just taking a weave. And I'm not doing back to back. I really want this to feel soft, natural, just, like, hi, I wore my hair up in a ponytail all summer, and I just have these natural highlights that just happened. Now, I'm just folding up the top part here, A, to get it out of her eyeballs, but B, also too, so that when I come back here, I don't have to worry about foils being in my way, and I can just work through that top compartment uninhibited. Next section, you'll notice too, because her hairline kind of starts to curve in here, that's when we're gonna start to incorporate the area of her recession. Now, I don't like to get to that point before I need to, because I want to be able to control that area. So now you can see I'm coming into it, and that's fine. So again, about the same nice 1/4 inch section, taking a nice weave off of that. I'm gonna take this last section, same thing, taking a slice off the back and then just weaving the section out. Now I'm gonna work on this side doing the same exact thing. Again, the key component here was just making sure that I'm really checking in with my hairline, right? So she has some fine baby hairs, but really it's what we're seeing is, and this is common, right? So we have a little in and out and a little in and out that we're working with. Work with what you have available to you. Don't try to add hair that doesn't belong, because then you end up pulling from areas that don't necessarily need to be foiled, and then you get drops, right? So you get like a space between where it actually lives and the actual color itself. So as you can see, I'm taking a section like this, and I'm just foiling off the top of it. So I'm leaving hair in between each section. If my client wanted a bolder section, I could do these foils back to back. I could do a couple foils back to back, but for this look today, for the partial, I'm just trying to give her a nice soft face frame. So now that I've got the sides complete, I'm gonna work through the top section. With my hairline here, I like to keep that into consideration as I'm placing my foil. So I'll just come in and work right off that hairline, leaving it really right against the head. Having these nice, soft, wispy hairs around her hairline allows her to give this beautiful softness as she pulls her hair back. It's gonna look really, really natural. Next section, I'm gonna take again, 1/4 inch section, just really, like a fine section, weaving off of that. This is all gonna be weave placement, not taking any big strong slices here, it's all weaving. So it's gonna be really just, again, it's about brightening the hair around her face. So I'm taking soft weave sections here. It's just about giving her a lot of impact around the face, but without being just a bold, strong section. It's about the softness and brightness around the hairline. Probably in total we'll have about 10 foils, so it'll be easy to do, something you can do quickly in the salon, but it also is great for your clients who, just like Convalia here, who've never had their hair colored before and want to, test out color and do something that's soft, but will still give her some impact. It's a great trial, a great way to play with color for the first time. Okay, working toward the back of the triangle here. I'm gonna take just a little bit more space between the next one. So instead of doing another 1/4 inch section, I'm gonna spread these out a little bit more to give her a little softness. So I'm gonna take a 1/2 inch section right here. And again, just weaving very softly off the top of that. Again, nice soft foiling, weaving section. For this last section, sometimes I'll do just like a little bit of a teasy light just to make sure that I'm not getting, any lines right there, the further back I am. Now you can see we're done with Convalia's application, so we're gonna let her develop for about 20 minutes with this. Her hair will lift pretty nicely. She is, as we said, never had any color on her hair before. So she is a color virgin. For her, we're using the Simply Blonde Blue Powder. So we're gonna get a beautiful controlled lift on her natural virgin level 5 hair, which will be really beautiful. Again, that we're just gonna give it this beautiful soft face frame. This is the completed foil placement. You can see we did this with very minimal effort, but we're gonna get a beautiful impact. So now she's all finished. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the foils so you guys can see where we're at. I'm gonna start on the sides because that's where I started. We got a really nice lift out of this. We did get some spots, as you'll see a little bit as we're pulling these out, where we got different levels of lift. Her ends didn't lift quite as much as the top, which happens all the time, especially when you're dealing with somebody with extremely long hair. So we're gonna address that when we do her toning. I'm gonna go ahead and take her over to the shampoo bowl. We're going to remove her highlights. I'm going to shampoo her and condition her, and her hair lifted absolutely beautifully. The really cool thing is that you can see how soft these highlights are gonna look in the end. What we came across in her lifting process is that she got a lot of lift near the base, which we knew she would because she's got a little bit, this is much more natural virgin hair. And as we came out to some of the ends, we got not quite as much lift, which is okay. We're gonna tone accordingly. Before I begin, I'm actually going to use a little bit of our porosity equalizer spray. What's nice about this is it's gonna give me a nice palette to work with, so she's gonna get beautiful, even toning all the way through. So for her toner, I'm gonna use 8B in our Demi color series at her base, and then I'm using 8B with 9PV on the ends. I'm gonna mix that 1 part color to 2 parts of our Demi developer. So when I'm assessing my toner, I always do it visually. I like to comb through and make sure that I'm getting the result that I like. I think toners always have, of course, you know, a development time. If I find that I'm not seeing what I want quickly, what I do is I just walk away, I leave it, I go rinse my bowls and come back. That's kind of my virtual timer. And then I'll just check again by combing through to make sure I'm getting the results I'm looking for. So this is our final look for the face framing highlights. What I like is that it was really impactful, and I think you get this beautiful detailing with the highlights, soft and subtle. She can pull her hair back and you're gonna get this nice, beautiful spread of the color. And it really just brings out and accents her face. So Convalia, what do you think?
I love it.
Awesome. We hope you love it too. We are so excited to do videos like this for you. If you have any suggestions for us, let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Kenra Professional for more education videos.